Hey folks, I am getting ready to launch my 2021 yoga programs this week, and there's a whole process that goes through it. And I'm from a marketing background, and so I always think about each of my yoga programs as campaigns, and it's a whole process for me. And so, because I have that mentality, I'm going to document my process of how I launch my programs, getting from the planning stages. So if you haven't got your 2021 all figured out already, you've got to get on it right now. And I'm going to show you how I do mine. First thing I do, I am completely old school when it comes to my planning of my year. And so I buy these big ass calendars from Staples, and I get 2 or 3 of them. And what 2020 taught me was that we need to scrap some plans and pivot. So I'm ready. And I also, because this is my yoga programs that I work on, and then I have another calendar that I do my consulting trainings on. So this is how I go first. I grab a bunch of markers, and I just mark out beginner 1, beginner 2, beginner 3, where I mark in where my reboot programs are going to go. This is all scribbles, but this is how I work. And then my men's and my beginners, and so then I even work out what spaces I have for workshops. And then also going through the entire year and marking things like Valentine's, when school seasons start, all those kind of things. So planning out the whole year first. Then I go through my calendar, and I plug in all of my programs into my calendar so that time is marked off. The next thing I do is I put it into my class management software. So whether you're using MindBody or any of the other programs, I'm using PunchPass here. So for example, I'm putting my relax session in. I get that into the software, and then I make sure that I have my passes all set ready for it. Make sure that they're available to be published online. And then I make sure that everything is then scheduled in the software, and then I am ready to start the promoting part of it. Once I have everything plugged into my booking system, then I start making the marketing materials. So I'm from the graphics and marketing world. I have used Adobe for many years, and I just gave all that up, and I've been strictly in Canva. I pay for the premium version, the pro version, because I like that you can resize in that. So for example, here's my yoga for men. I do 2 pages. I do one for Instagram that says click link in bio, and then I did another one that is just more generic that has the web link on it. I try to keep text to a minimum because Facebook advertising will not approve it if you have too much text. And then the nice thing I like about the pro version, well, let's go back there, my beginner yoga. The nice thing about that is then you can go to, where is it here? Right there, resize. And then what I like about that is you can resize to anything. So for example, Instagram story, it will resize it. Copy and resize. And then I just have to retweak that to fit into a story. Super easy. So then I've resized them. They're all using my fonts and still on brand and my brand colors. So these are all ready for Instagram stories now. So then I have my Instagram posts ready to go. So those are for stories. And then I've got my banners all set. That's for my website. And we're ready to rock and roll. Once I have got all my graphics ready, then I go into my website builder. I use Weebly. I've used that for a long time. And then I plug all of my programs into the website. I have already started my program, so this is after the fact, but normally there would be a call to action here. So normally where this says program full, there would be a sign up button right there. So you can see all these I did in Canva. They are now all on my website, all on brand, and all the full details, everything, classes, times, description, equipment needed, everything so that people know all the facts. They don't have to dig or ask, and we are ready to then publish. Then I set my emails up. So I have a template and a little intro. I make sure that it's personalized to their first name, very important to me. And then the details, and always a call to action. Sign up here. You can't miss that one. You have to ask people to register. So I get all that set up, and I use MailChimp. It's free and works well for me. Then I paste all of my graphics. I make sure they're square so that they can work on Instagram and Facebook together. And I always boost post for them as well. So I pay equal to the amount of one registered person. So if it's $100 registration, I will spend $100 on each program in marketing, but very specific targeted marketing. And if you're not used to that, I can definitely help you out with that. So I have a lot of conversations with studios and yoga instructors about content and Facebook advertising for your programs. So I just want to share here, I'm going to share my stats, but I've got a few ads running right now. They're super targeted, and I'm not throwing money around. It's very, very targeted advertising, but you can see here the winner is this one. So that has got the best reach. The other ones are sort of doing mediocre, medium there, but still pretty good for very local targeted reach. And so I know that from this, that I need to look at this one and see what I did differently and apply it to the other ones. But Facebook advertising does work if you're being very focused on your target market. Then once I have got my programs up and running, and I'm doing the best job I possibly can, I want to show you what I am making per class. Yep, that's right, $300 and almost $35 per class for teaching yoga. If you need help to do that yourself, I am here to help you. So I'm going to be fully transparent here, and I'm going to share my sales details. So I am not teaching full-time. This is not my full-time gig. I just have 4 programs running, and the rest of my time is spent in consulting other yoga studios and solo yogapreneurs. So with my 4 programs, I got 45 customers. About half of those were brand new through my advertising, very targeted advertising, not throwing money away there. And so I made in 14 days with 45 customers, I made about $5,000. So that $5,000 for a lot of yoga studios, if they did just a few yoga programs, that could mean covering your rent. The nice thing about it, the money's up front, whether people show up or not. One of the perks I use is having video on demand, so anybody that's registered in the course also gets access, VIP access to that content during the period of that registered program. So it's super great, and it gives a really nice financial stability. Even if you're doing drop-in classes, I recommend adding a few registered programs in as well. I love helping yoga studios figure this stuff out, and independent yoga teachers. A lot of you guys are trying to figure things out right now, And I've been through it all, and I love helping people like yourself. So if you want to book a session with me, go to my website, michaeljonline.com. But I've also created this great checklist, program checklist. So the whole process that I go through that I just showed you, I've created a checklist. You just go to michaeljonline.com/launch and you will get the link to the checklist. And if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments and I am happy to help. And last but not least, I have created an easy to follow launch checklist. So for every single program, you just give it a name, and we have got the program planning, the booking software setup, the graphics and images that you need to create, what you need to put on the website with your call to action button, social media and advertising. I have got all that on my website at michaeljonline.com/launch.